Hi there everyone, welcome to our channel. If you're new, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. So most of the time we are taught to analyze the market only using our PC. That's why in this video you're going to learn how to analyze and profit using your smartphone. It can be an iOS or an Android. What you need is an internet connection and the MT4 platform, also known as MetaTrader. So you'll be using your phone vertically for checking progress and how your analysis is going. However, to have a more detailed analysis when planning your trades, we advise using the landscape view as it's more effective to find high quality trades and getting an overall view of your charts. Before you continue, it's important that we assess risk, as the first quadrant should not be an option for anyone. You should never risk high for low returns. So quadrant number 3 is when you use money you can afford to lose, preferably small accounts, like how we flip some of our small accounts previously on our videos. That's when you can use money you can afford to lose. However, in this video we're going to show you how to effectively maximize profits with low risk, which is the 4th quadrant. So yeah guys, as you see, it's a real account. We are sticking to small lot size and proper risk management to minimize risk. So when we analyze the market, we always start from higher time frame like the weekly chart, and we turn the phone horizontally to have a clearer view of the charts. The problem with new traders, specifically beginners to intermediate traders, is that you need to avoid trying to trade a lot of pairs at once, because you'll end up confused with multiple analyzed pairs and miss out on best trading opportunities. The solution to that problem is that you need to determine at least 1 or 2 pairs and try to understand and only focus on them for better trading experience and understanding from those pairs you've chosen. Now currently we are looking at GBP, and for analyzing with your phone we're going to be alternating between line charts and candlesticks. So we're going to first start by using the line charts, as we want to see the market more properly. So we can see from here the market did push towards the downside and further corrects itself to the upside, and forming an impulse move, correction, and a further impulse move to the downside to complete the touch toward downtrending support. GBP is now in a downtrend, as you see by our analysis. In a downtrend, an impulse move represents sells and correction represents buys. So the market has been doing an impulse move correction movements to break through our support and resistance. Currently we are below our resistance. Now we are going to be looking for selling opportunities since we are under resistance. We're expecting the market to push towards the downside. Now let's switch back to candlesticks to further understand what the market is giving us. We are seeing a possibility of a double top setup. As you see previously, the market failed to break through a previous support and it went up in a bullish trend to get the strength to actually break through a support and making it our current resistance. So before we can continue with our analysis, let's switch back to line charts to see the market more clearly, because we were analyzing using our phone. We see here this area is acting as a very strong support. The market did continue its normal volatility of pushing up and down, however failing to break our support. Once the market breaks our uptrending support, we're going to look for further selling opportunities. So we're expecting the market to continue with its small downtrend to break through our support and look for further selling opportunities. Stop loss and take profit entries have been set, so now let's move to another pair. So now we're going to look at GBP. We know before we start we have to switch to landscape mode and weekly time frame. Do note that we have a separate YouTube channel whereby we post analysis weekly. On that channel we've already analyzed the pairs we are trading today. On our GBP analysis, we were looking for an overall bullish movement, hence we've entered our buys and also aiming to maximize our profits by scaling in our trades and adding more buy entries when we are in profit. Let's switch to a line graph for a better view of our analysis. So the reason we're scaling in GBP is because the market broke through our resistance and making it our newly formed support. Henceforth, we've entered another buy to add more trades on our bullish overall movement. So we did move stop loss above our running trades to protect them and also to cater for the possibility of maximizing profits. As you can see, we are looking for an overall buy on GBP, so it's important to minimize risk by moving our stop loss above our entries and also maximize profits by holding on to our winning trades. So we're expecting GBP to retest our previous resistance, which is our newly formed support, before giving us the overall bullish momentum. So now we're going to look at EURUSD, and before we start we're going to firstly open our weekly time frame and switch to horizontal view. So looking at EURUSD, we can clearly see that we're in a bearish channel or a downtrend. And as we zoom in, we're going to switch to our 4-hour time frame and use our line chart to be able to see the market more clearly. The market is currently trapped inside this consolidation channel. As you can see, it pushed towards the downside and came back to create the potential resistance or ceiling. From here, we're expecting selling opportunities and buying opportunities at the bottom, and that is why when the market pushed back to confirm our resistance, we entered our first sell. Now, let's zoom in the charts and switch back to candlesticks to understand why we entered more sells. Now, looking at the market, we can see that Euro USD broke our mid-range support, confirming ourselves, and that is why when the market actually came to retest our newly formed resistance, we were expecting a further push to the downside and entered our second sell. Now, since we also broke outside our small buy trend, we're expecting the market to actually finish the push to the downside before looking for any possible buying opportunities. So now we're going to look at EUR/ZAR, and firstly we start with opening our weekly time frame, switching our phone to a horizontal view, and also using our line chart to have a better view of the market. So with EUR/ZAR, we can clearly see that we had a double top which was at our resistance. Henceforth, we're looking for selling opportunities. Now let's dive deeper to see the charts more clearly. We can see here we have a very strong uptrending support structure, meaning that as long as the market is above our uptrending support, we're looking for buying opportunities. And immediately after the market broke our support and retested on our resistance, it was a confirmation to enter a sell, which brings us now to our small downtrend. Now let's switch back to candlesticks to see how the market is moving currently. As we zoom in, we are still expecting selling opportunities to scale in our overall sell setup. Do bear in mind that EUR/ZAR is a highly volatile trading pair. So we always recommend that you must adjust your stop loss to protect your profits if you're looking for further entries to maximize your profits. If the market breaks our resistance, we do have a stop loss in place. The only thing we can do now is wait and see how the market eventually plays out. So now guys, let's head over to GBP CAD, and firstly let's start by opening our weekly time frame and switching to a landscape view. Secondly guys, to have a clear view of our analysis, let's use a line chart. The market seems to be under our weekly mid-range zones, which is our weekly overall support and resistances. Okay, so we can see that the market is playing inside our consolidation channel, and we know that every time the market reaches our top resistance, we're looking for selling opportunities. So we can see that the market did touch our resistance and we're looking for a further push towards the downside. Now let's switch to candlesticks. We're also catering for a small downtrend inside our consolidation, which helped us to have our sell entries that you see right now. So let's dive into a 4-hour time frame. We want to show you how we entered our sells by way of analysis. After the market broke our trendline support and was below our resistance, it was a clear indication for us to enter our sells, and we also moved our stop loss below entry to protect our entries while maximizing profits. So in case the market goes against us because we had a support, we have a stop loss in place. However, we're looking for an overall sell as the market did reach our weekly high. So we're expecting a further push towards the downside and reach our weekly low. So now we are going to cover Nasdaq, and yes, we are still looking for buying opportunities. A more detailed update analysis for Nasdaq is still coming on our FSGO channel. So currently we are in a bullish trend, and we are going to switch to line charts to be able to easily identify our key market structures. So the reason we're looking for buying opportunities is that you can see previously the market was respecting our support structure, and it was also a resistance, and that is why we're looking for buying opportunities. We can see currently that the market is pushing strongly towards the H4 resistance structure. The market is inside a bullish trend, and below we're looking for buying opportunities on our uptrending support and selling opportunities at the top. So when we trade Nasdaq, we look for overall direction on higher time frames and enter our trades on smaller time frame. So far we are waiting for the market to open with the weekly gaps, and that's how we can have an update on our Nasdaq trade and analysis. Okay guys, so now let's head over to NZD JPY. Let's start with weekly time frame and switch into landscape mode. Okay, so currently guys, we're in a bearish channel or a downtrend. Let's use line charts for clearer analysis. Okay, so we have a correction and an impulse move and so forth and so on, and currently we're at a small correction expecting an impulse sell movement towards the downside. As you can see, already entered 2 sell entries using scaling in method to maximize our profits. And the market is at a support level, awaiting for a retest after a breakthrough of the consolidation trendline support. We are looking for an overall sell movement towards our support structure. So now we're going to look at the last pair, which is USD CAD. So we're going to quickly switch to landscape mode and use the line charts to be able to see the markets more clearly. So we can see that USD CAD has been on a very strong bullish trend back from 2013. So currently we can see that the market is above our highest new weekly support. Now as we zoom in the charts, you can clearly see that we are above the support, meaning that we're looking for buying opportunities. As we switch to daily chart, we can see that the market is failing to break below support. Hence, we're gonna switch to candlesticks to be able to read the market a little bit better. Now let's go to the forward chart. As you can see, we're still looking for buying opportunities. We can see that the market is trapped inside a descending triangle and we're expecting the break to the upside. As we go in the 1 hour chart, I want to show you guys by way of analysis on how we actually entered our first buy entry. The market was at both the low of the uptrend and the support area, hence we were looking for buying opportunities, and as you can see, the analysis actually played out nicely. Currently, we are waiting for the market to present another entry opportunity, as at the moment we're looking for a break above support should the market fail to actually reverse on our resistance. And that's all from us guys. FS Goats signing out.